coming around, I think. And that's because it turns out I look like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
Get out there and win ball games. Everything takes care of itself. Bam!
It's the news and highlights show that everyone's talking about. Fox Sports Live, tonight at 11 on Fox Sports 1.
TV's most heart-pounding survival challenge returns with twice the fear.
It appears to be directly above us.
Naked and Afraid, a two-couple two-hour event, tonight at 8 on Discovery.
At NFL Network, we make football, and we make it 365 days a year. We make what you wake up to in the morning and rush home to at night.
Huge day in the NFL.
We make the stories behind the stories.
All the guys were saying, let's get it. Let's get the record.
And the moments that make up life.
No matter how it comes out, keep our brothers. That's right.
We make the only place you'll find him, with him, and him, and him. We make where you go for answers.
Time for some bold predictions.
I don't think San Francisco is ready for these guys just yet.
We make it about the ones you'll never forget.
Sometimes you just gotta look to the heavens and say, wow.
And the ones you don't know yet. We make the first night in football every Thursday.
Touchdown!
Together, we make football and football and football and football. Because together, we make the only place for football every single day of the year.
This place is going crazy.
NFL Network. Together, we make football.
For every late night, every weekend worked, every idea sold. You deserve a Cadillac, the fastest-growing full-line luxury brand in the United States, including the all-new 2014 Cadillac CTS, Motor Trend's 2014 Car of the Year. Now during our season's best event, get the best offers of the season on our award-winning products, like the 2014 ATS and SRX.
TV's most heart-pounding survival challenge returns with twice the fear.
It appears to be directly above us.
Naked and Afraid, a two-couple two-hour event, tonight at 8 on Discovery.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Honoring Dave Robinson, the NFL Hall of Famer. Played on some great Green Bay Packers teams, defensive end. What a great honor as his name is unveiled here at Lambeau Field. Congratulations to Dave Robinson. 21-10, Atlanta leads at halftime.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
Country goes full throttle with NASCAR's Danica Patrick and Trace Adkins.
Trace Adkins and I are hosting the American Country Awards Tuesday, December 10th on Fox.
Whoa, slow down, Danica.
I only have one speed.
Join country music's biggest stars for one big old party. Featuring live performances by Darius Rucker, Florida Georgia Line, Lady Antebellum, Brad Paisley, and more.
I'm so happy I can sing. There ain't no bad time for a good thing.
The American Country Awards live Tuesday on Fox.
Look out.
No one has the track record that American Idol has.
I've never been this close to celebrities.
Neither have I.
I've heard you've been harsh all day.
Harsh? That's the word on the street?
Word on the street.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
American Idol, the season premiere, Wednesday, January 15th on Fox.
At NFL Network, we make football, and we make it 365 days a year. We make what you wake up to in the morning and rush home to at night.
A huge day in the NFL.
We make it about the ones you'll never forget.
You just gotta say, wow.
We make where you go for answers.
Time for some bold predictions.
I don't think San Francisco is ready for these guys.
Together, we make football and football and football and football.
Let's go! This place is going crazy.
NFL Network. Together, we make football.
Coming up next on Fox, an NFC West battle as the Seattle Seahawks take on the 49ers in America's Game of the Week. Some will see the Giants, Chargers, others the Rams and Cardinals. Our Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader continues next, right here on Fox.
Johnson battles Benavidez for the flyweight title. Fox UFC Saturday, live this week at 8 Eastern.
One of the best, most talented teams I've ever faced in the National Football League.
Houston is on the fast track to the Super Bowl.
We're a team of destiny. We're going to take this thing.
But off the field, they face tragedy and turmoil.
It was a house of cards, just waiting for that one card to get pulled away.
And dissension in the ranks.
That's Buddy Ryan taking a swing at Kevin Gilbride.
Ultimately led to their demise.
We were a mess. We needed therapy so bad.
Houston 93, a football life, all new Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
Enjoy your riches, lads! Today, you fight for your lives! You'll all be dead men! Raise the black flag, lads!
Assassin's Creed 4, available now, rated mature.
Sunday's not over until it's final. Our experts wrap up the battle for first in the NFC South, with highlights and analysis you won't find anywhere else.
Cam is playing exceptional.
NFL Game Day Final, tonight at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, live on NFL Network.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Hey, can we get a round of Miller Lite?
Sorry, just ran out. Something else?
Come on, really?
But what if one of your crew is Chuck Liddell?
Hello? Hey, we don't have a reservation. Right this way.
Welcome. Welcome. You sure wish we could play?
Here you go. There. Thanks. We'd like to use flash photography.
That's not a problem.
We'd like to ride a dolphin. We'd love to sit closer.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
You ever see something like this?
No, sir.
This is gonna happen again.
We got a rabid dog out there, and we gotta put him down. You don't pick your parents, and you don't pick your partner. You wonder if you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
Just what is it you think we found?
Something deep and dark, detectives. Something deep and dark.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
NFL Network, we make the first night in football every week, which means we make the first. The first.
Touchdown, San Diego.
And the first.
He's got it.
We make an AFC West shootout. Peyton and the first-place Broncos are storming towards home field advantage.
Game time, baby.
But Phillip Rivers has the Chargers offense taking flight. Chargers, Broncos, Thursday Night Football, live on NFL Network. Together, we make football.
Griffin and Quagmire sing their newest hits, Melted Cheese, Homeball, and
If they had guitars, here's how they'd strum.
Family Guy, all new tonight on Fox.
Back to frigid Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We invite you to follow your favorite team all season long. Just go to itunes.com/NFL. And how about it, Coach Billick, our halftime adjustments?
Well, for Green Bay, you can't turn the ball over. That's why they're down by 10 with 2 turnovers. And then both teams need to maintain protection. They've held up pretty good for pass protection for their quarterbacks. And then somebody's going to have to find a big play down the field. As the game gets further, the field starts to deteriorate. You're going to need that big play to get back into this football game by way of Green Bay.
Packers will get the football to begin the second half. You may remember they won the coin toss and deferred to get it in this second stanza. Matt Ryan, 9 out of 13, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did not turn it over. Matt Flynn in on 14 out of 20, 127 yards. And the 1 interception by Weatherspoon returned for a touchdown, 71 yards. John Kuhn from a 10-yard line, and he's up across the 30 to the 31. Flynn sacked, fumbled the ball after the big hit from William Moore. That turned into a touchdown. And then the 2 touchdown passes by Matt Ryan, 1 to Tony Gonzalez. And then Weatherspoon off that kick by the rookie Warlow into his arms. 71 yards later, a touchdown. Now, Eddie Lacy, you may have seen as we were going to halftime, was shaken up on the final play of the opening half. He has not come out of the locker room. And James Starks is in the backfield, and on first down, he's back to the line of scrimmage. Some of the numbers from the opening half.
Well, both teams have stayed committed to the run and given it every shot. Obviously, the turnovers are the biggest difference in this game right now.
Those 2 turnovers leading to 14 Atlanta Falcons points.
False start, number 70, offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Well, this is not the way you want to come out of the locker room.
No, that pace, that rhythm that they had in the no huddle in the first half that gave Atlanta such a problem. Obviously, to come out and have that type of penalty now, and they don't seem to be wanting to do the same pace, going more for an orchestrated call out of the huddle. We'll see if they want to kick it back into no huddle once they get back into a decent down and distance.
Second down and 14. Well, you almost wonder if Jones didn't hear some footsteps right there. Mata was closing fast, but it looked like a catch it should have been made.
Zeke Mata was almost all over that as an interception. Would have been a pick 6, but the ball came up on him so quickly. Mata again, one of those rookies that they're looking at here on the Atlanta Falcons defense, trying to get a sense of just what they have going into next year.
And if you want this earlier, they had their starting strong safety, a Pro Bowler a year ago, and Thomas Deku injured very early in this game on a touchdown run by Eddie Lacy. 3rd and forever. And Miles White picks up 5, far shy of a first down. So it's 3 and out to begin the second half for the Green Bay Packers.
Well, you can see right here. Not quite sure what happened to him here, but just that little bit of a give right there, twisted. Wow. He did walk off though, and that is good, but I don't know that one, particularly under these circumstances. Unlikely he'll be back.
Short punt by Mastay. It'll bounce and take a favorable roll for the Packers down to the 21-yard line, and that's where Matt Ryan and company give the football for the first time here in the second half. They really slowed down Clay Matthews. 21-10 Atlanta in front.
Bags fly free so ideas can be shared. Bags fly free because everyday people need everyday things. At Southwest, we fly your bags for free because we believe low fares should never mean low service. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
Chevy year-end events, great time to buy an all-new Silverado.
This interior is incredible.
And that nav is perfect for my long trips up north this time of year.
Oh, how far up north?
Akron.
Akron's nice.
Chevy's giving more. This holiday season, Chevy's giving more during the calendar year-end event. Trade up to the all-new 2014 Silverado All-Star V6 for a total value of $5,250. See your local Chevy dealer today.
We make you easy to find. We make matching permissible. We make the most popular mall Santa in Pittsburgh. We make your favorite layer. We make it worth being good for 364 days. We make changing your last name one thing, but your team another. We make thousands of things that are more than just things. NFLshop.com. Get a special discount plus free shipping.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Today's game is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by the all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado. Strong for all the roads ahead.
Atlanta leading 21-10. Falcons with the football for the first time here in the second half, and the way they started the game, they're putting it in the hands of Steven Jackson. Jackson 9 rushes in the first half, 55 yards. We were talking about Eddie Lacy a moment ago. How about it, Laura Oakman?
Well, Mike McCarthy said, no surprise, the biggest key to the second half was establish that run game to keep it going. Eddie Lacy right now, the exact quote was, he's not in, he's not out. We're testing out that ankle, a huge pad job, a ton of tape on that right ankle. He is running up and down the sidelines right now, kind of cutting, kind of running, jogging on it, seeing what he can do with a few doctors and trainers around him. They are testing it right now.
All right, Laura, thank you very much. Second down, hit as he throws, and nearly intercepted by A.J. Hawk. Brian, you've talked about how cold it is, and here is Laura Oakman, who makes her home out in California. But she has come prepared. That would be a good look for you.
Are you sure that's Laura? Well, all I see,
bring it up.
all I see is a nose and a mouth there. I'm not sure. She's doing human work today. We complain about how cold it is, but we are in a booth.
Look at those guys. Third down and 7. Great protection, and now the pocket starts to collapse, and it's incomplete. So, like Green Bay, Atlanta's first possession of this second half is 3 and out.
We talked about how the protections need to hold up. They were very good in the first half. We talked about coming in the open, how they had struggled with offensive protection the last couple games. It was very good in the first half, beginning to be a little less so here early in the second.
Bosher on to punt it. Low snap, Bosher able to dig it out. And Hyde a fair catch right at the 27-yard line. This is a critical game for Green Bay. Mike McCarthy has said, we've got to win out. They're down 11.
Chevy year-end events, great time to buy an all-new Silverado.
This interior is incredible.
Man, that nav is perfect for my long trips up north this time of year.
Oh, how far up north?
Akron.
Akron's nice.
Chevy's giving more. This holiday season, Chevy's giving more during the calendar year-end event. Trade up to the all-new 2014 Silverado All-Star V6 for a total value of $52.50. See your local Chevy dealer today.
I won! Fantastic!
This is not our last day, nor our final hour. And tonight, as long as the fire burns in us, we will fight.
Bite into our spiciest new creations and pull to win millions of prizes with a chance to win one of thousands of Xbox One entertainment systems.
We may have come in as customers, but we leave as legends.
There's something for everyone to win at McDonald's.
Yeah, nice catch.
That's put a little heat on it.
All right, I'll pull something on it.
Want to win your own football fantasy? Just tell us. Then use your Visa card for a chance to win it.
Your Honor, may I object to this witch hunt?
You may not.
Will you please just go and see a dentist?
No. Now climb on, get busy.
1, 2.
American Idol returns Wednesday, January 15th on Fox.
Beginning to snow again here in Green Bay. They were calling for roughly anywhere from 3 to 5 inches before the end of the day today. Nowhere near that kind of accumulation yet. Big game for these Packers, and Starks in relief of the injured Lacy. Good strong running up to the 33-yard line.
Well, Fox, tomorrow the future and past collide on an epic night of drama. First, it's the critically acclaimed new hit series Almost Human. Then an all-new Sleepy Hollow. A father risks everything for answers. It all starts tomorrow at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Well, you're even better in the cold.
I know, because my brain's frozen. I'm just reading the card. No ad-libbing.
Nothing more than a talking head. Making a start, and now Flynn rolling right, looking down the field, and wide open is Jordy Nelson, and he's got it to the 22-yard line.
Well, we said Green Bay was going to need that big play. He's up here at the top. Matt Flynn is able to break, contain, get to the outside. That buys some time, a little nod, and then going vertical. Jordy Nelson coming up with the big play that the Packers needed to get back into this. Alford being fooled by the roll of Flynn and the nod outside shake by Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson has more plays of 25 yards or more, or receptions than any other wide receiver in the NFL. And a big one there from Nelson. Back in the hands of Starks, who breaks it to the outside, turns the corner, dives forward to the 15.
You know, Jordy Nelson, this guy has he's worked his way up in the profession. This guy wasn't a high round draft choice. He's just one of those guys, comes in, does yeoman's work for so many years. Was a second-round pick, which is fairly high, but he wasn't a highly touted guy coming in. Just kind of a possession guy to begin with, but he has better speed. He's got the size, and obviously has become the go-to guy for the Packers now.
Flynn sacked all the way back at the 27-yard line by Jonathan Massaquoi. He's coming off his best game of the year last week.
Massaquoi starts outside and then loops back to the inside with a little move, able to just power rush and convert it on the inside to Matt Flynn. We talked about the protection being good in the first half, getting a little dicier here in the second half. That was a key sack for Atlanta.
Third down and 12 for the Packers. Flynn drops it off on a crossing pattern. Short of the first down is Brandon Bostic. And do you think about going for it here? And apparently not. Well, not liking that decision by Mike McCarthy, but you kick the field goal, you pull within a one-score game. Of course, a touchdown and a two-point conversion.
And that's the key. You're bringing it down to that one-score game. The competitor in you says, let's go for it, given our circumstances, but bringing it down to that one-score game this early in the third quarter is the right move.
33-yard field goal try for Crosby, who's already hit for 40 today, and that went right down the middle. So it is a one-score game. 21-13 Atlanta with 9:06 to play in the third quarter.
It's been an interesting 48 hours.
Fine, 45 Windsor Place.
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way.
Would you like a ride?
What do I do?
Pull back on the yoke.
Come on, baby!
Okay, go now. Call 911. We found a key in your stomach.
I think that ferret's mine.
Мой хорек.
Whatever you do in 48 hours, Droid does. It's not a toy, it's a droid.
Oh ma chérie, comment puis-je te montrer mon amour? Il ne suffit pas.
Let love shine. Dazzling diamond gifts she'll adore, starting at $199. Zales is the diamond store.
We make an AFC West shootout as Peyton Manning and the Broncos take on the Chargers. Thursday Night Football, live on NFL Network. Together, we make football.
Today's game is sponsored by Verizon. Never be without football. Get NFL Mobile. Call ** NFL to download it now.
21-13, Atlanta in front, went 3 and out on their first drive in this second half. Tony Gonzalez trying to stay warm over there on the sideline like everybody else here at Lambeau Field. has that one bounced twice. And still able to turn it into a nice gain on the return, all the way up to the 27-yard line. Well, we invite you to watch 30 minutes of live NFL games free right now through October or December the 29th, I beg your pardon. Call NFL to download now. Jackson takes a handoff, and he is dropped after a gain of a little more than a yard. Matt Ryan started off red hot. 9 out of 10 those first 3 drives, couple of touchdowns, taking advantage of the 2 turnovers by Green Bay, but has missed on his last 5.
Well, that's a function of the protection we talked about. It's beginning to break down just a little bit. Steven Jackson limping off. This would be a big hit for them. We've not seen much of Jacquez Rodgers so far this game.
We haven't seen much of Jacquez Rodgers this season. Kind of had a pretty good rookie year last year. He does have 42 catches out of the backfield, but a lot of those came over the first 6-7 weeks of the season. That one batted down by, looked like Johnny Jolly. Let's see if we can pick up on what may have happened. Well, you can help me figure that one out.
I'll let you handle that one.
It's not good. Hopefully he's going to be all right. They're down at 9, and Ryan completes a pass, but far short of the first down, finding Gonzalez up to the 34. So 2 drives for Atlanta here in the second half, and both times it's 3 and out.
And that's just the sequence Green Bay needed. Big play by Matt Flynn to Jordy Nelson to set up for a score. You kick off, your defense puts it on 3 and out. Now you're going to get the ball back.
Mike McCarthy made the comment earlier in the week after being embarrassed on Thanksgiving in Detroit to have any hopes in the playoffs. He felt like his team needed to win every game left on the schedule. And right now they're trailing 21-13. And here's Micah Hyde. And he's up to the 25-yard line. Pretty good field position after the defensive stop by Perry, Matthews, and the Packer defense.
I'll take a swim
when it's freezing.
Through snow or rain, and we're not quitting.
and launch into flight.
At the speed of light.
Smashing in a winter wonderland.
Is this time to build a winning program?
It's the only way to make it in this town.
When asked if he is cold, he said,
"No, ma'am." That's why it's so hard to slow me down.
Burning bright is my fire.
We just keep pushing higher.
So get out and play.
I got you. No way.
Find some peace this holiday. Get an 8-piece meal, any recipe, with a dozen cookies baked in-restaurant. The KFC Festive Feast. That's a lot for just $19.99. Today tastes so good.
We must find out what became of my son.
Your life will be in danger.
You owe me the truth. What happened to my child?
I warned you not to tempt fate.
All new Sleepy Hollow, tomorrow at 9/8 Central on Fox.
Fox Tonight. Has Bart Simpson cleaned up his act?
I buried all my whoopee cushions in the backyard. That's not where I buried them.
The Simpsons. All new tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
It's good to see Eddie Lacy back on the field for the Green Bay offense.
Yeah, they need him in this these final drives to give that punch. You can see the physicality here. This is just that ankle that he was limping off on this thing. Boy, this did not look good. He's been testing it this entire second half as he's come back out, and obviously feels good enough to go back in.
It's the first time he has checked back into the game. So he is heavily taped up, that right ankle. We'll keep an eye on Lacy. And Flynn to throw it on first down, and he is leveled immediately by Paul Warlow.
This is just a blown protection by the Green Bay Packers because he just shot right up the middle in the A-gap between the center and guard, and nobody even saw him, let alone put a hand on him.
Green Bay Packers team, Green Bay and New England are the only two teams in the NFL with 10 or more regular season wins each of the last 4 years. And here the Packers have gone a month and a half without a win after the injury to Aaron Rodgers. There's a first down catch made by Andrew Quarless, who's having a nice game. He's up to the 39-yard line.
That's twice on the inside again with the different looks that Atlanta's bringing. There's a big hole in between the linebackers and the safety Moore, allowing Quarless to get into that second level.
Lacy, his first carry since coming back into the game. He looked pretty healthy right there. Broke a couple of tackles and dives forward up to the 41.
Did good, tough physical cut and then transition into the power. He's still stamping on it a little bit, testing it out, but it did look strong. The key is, does it begin to stiffen up as we get further into the game, given the conditions of the field as well? They need to keep him active both on and off the field if he's going to continue on.
After a gain of a yard, 2nd and 9, and Flynn sings it in there, and it's caught. And down at the 40-yard line is Jared Boykin. And that'll be a first down for Green Bay.
Boykin's all the way on the outside now, and again, it's just that second level in behind the linebackers. A simple in route, rolls in. Nice throw by Matt Flynn, stepping up into the pocket and waiting it out.
A 21-yard gain on the reception by Boykin, and now it is Lacy taking the pitch back to the inside, spins out of a tackle, and it's down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on first down for Eddie Lacy, and we check in back in Los Angeles with Joel Klatt.
Tom, I take you to Philadelphia, where Jeremy Ross is going to go 58 yards, I think, because I don't know where he caught the ball. In the snow, the punt return for the touchdown. The Lions are up 14-0. Tom, Bryant, and Laura, back to you.
Of course, don't bring up that name Jeremy Ross around here. The Packers had him earlier this year and just let him go. And he had a big part in that Lion win on Thanksgiving Day. You watch it here on Fox over his former team. Lacy, enough for a first down, and still trying to gain an extra yard or two inside the 30. Boy, is he a powerfully built, strong, tough young man.
Well, I think that ankle's okay. Look at the cut here. He gets to the outside, then he transitions into the power after making this guy miss, and just now, okay, I'm going to run some folks over, take one hit there, let another one go by. 2, 3, 4 guys now. He's still staying up.
Starks comes back in to replace Eddie Lacy. Packers down 8 on a 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 28-yard line and a gain of a yard. Chaplo Bartu, another rookie starting linebacker out of Texas State, another college free agent. You ever been to Texas State University?
I have missed that one.
It's down in San Marcos, Texas, right in between San Antonio and Austin, Texas. Figure one day on the recruiting trail back in your college days you made it down there. Flynn looking, and it is caught. That is a first down, and once more it's his tight end, Quarless. That is his 5th catch. That leads all Green Bay Packers today.
We've seen a couple times now where Matt Flynn will boot out away from the protection, trying to buy a little bit more time, as he does there to get the ball to Quarless. Anytime you start to feel that pressure coming on the inside, Matt Flynn, pretty good athlete, not unlike what he did down at LSU, gets outside the protection scheme, gets the completion down the field.
Lacy off the right side, inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. You know, Quarless was a very highly thought of tight end at Penn State University, but he had some off the field issues. He came to the NFL as a 5th-round pick, and then got injured and missed all of last season after suffering that injury at the end of the 2011 year. And you're backing up Jermichael Finley, now getting a chance to show what he can do. Got a chance to be a good player
at just the right time, because Finley was such a big part of this offense, and for Quarless to step up and fill that void has been invaluable for the Packers.
2nd down. Lacy out of the backfield. That's a nice tackle made by Corey Peters, the big defensive tackle, catching Lacy from behind.
That's just a good veteran move by Peters, recognizing looked a little too easy to get to the quarterback, snuffed out the screen and ran him down. Nice job. Just this is normally a mismatch, but he anticipated it so well. Bring down Eddie Lacy.
They can get a first down just inside the 3. So 3rd down and 4 for Green Bay. Trailing by 8 in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. To the end zone. Overthrown. So now 4th down and 4. And once more the drive will stall, and out comes Mason Crosby.
Well, remember, we said it was a 1-score differential. That's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion because they're down by 8. Now, obviously, this is the way to go, because now you're going to keep that 1 score. A touchdown will win it for you if indeed he can convert on the field goal.
Of course, with Aaron Rodgers, I mean, this was a team that you got inside the red zone. It was almost automatic. The Green Bay Packers were going to walk away with a touchdown. 25-yard field goal is good. 3rd of the day by Crosby. 21-16, Atlanta in front.
No, kids today. It's all gadgets and internet. Everything needs a battery.
Oh, Hank.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, hold on now. K Jewelers.
It's beautiful.
Looks like we got us a young man here.
The Charmed Memories Collection at K Jewelers, featuring NFL, Collegiate, Disney, and Hello Kitty charms at K, the #1 jewelry store in America.
That's long enough, son.
Every kiss begins with K.
Honestly, I'm a little old-fashioned. I love chalk and erasers, but change is coming. All my students have the brand new Surface. It has the new Windows and comes with Office as a real keyboard so they can do real work. They can use Bing Smart Search to find anything in the world, or last night's assignment. And the battery lasts and lasts, so after school they can Skype, play games, and my favorite, do homework. Change is looking pretty good after all.
You guys ever tried one of these bars made over at Right Twix?
Why? Our special cookie is cascaded with caramel and cloaked in chocolate.
Never wondered?
Try both. Pick a side. Twix.
Why do we love football? Thousands of people have shared their stories for a chance to win the trip of a lifetime to Super Bowl 48. NFL Films is proud to present 10 finalists. Now it's up to you to choose the winners. Watch their stories, vote for your favorite, and help make a dream come true. Vote now at TogetherWeMakeFootball.com.
Kevin Bacon returns in the groundbreaking series The Following, January 19th on Fox.
Welcome back to downright cold. Green Bay, Wisconsin. With all the pull you have around the NFL, why don't you have one of those for us up here in the booth?
Well,
you know everybody around here.
Yeah, this is Green Bay. Remember, I was in Minnesota. I asked for that, and they sent us up some iced tea.
Rodgers will be tackled right at the 20-yard line. Was the iced tea at least pretty good?
Yeah, it was, as a fact. It was frozen, but it was good. Boy, the NFC North, you can see right here, this thing is huddled together, and with who they have left to play, Detroit's playing Philly, Chicago's got to play Philly down the way as well. So this thing's a long way from being done, but it's going to be done if Green Bay cannot indeed pull this thing off today.
Well, it looks like Jay Cutler will not be playing. At least that was the last word. He will not be returning this weekend when the Dallas Cowboys come to town for a Monday night or tomorrow.
Well, that's not their problem in Chicago right now. It's defense.
Yeah. We saw the Bears last week. First down, throw, and catch. This time, Roddy White for a gain of 7. And we're going to be right in the thick of this NFC North. You and I will see the Chicago Bears each of the next 2 weeks. They will be in Cleveland next Sunday, and then they will play at Philadelphia, as you mentioned, the week following.
I'm looking for the team that can go on the road, the playoff team that can go on the road. We got Seattle at San Francisco, Carolina at New Orleans, New England at Baltimore. You know, that's the thing I'm looking for. The Chicago and Philly, Detroit at Philly. I'm looking for those big playoff caliber teams that can go on the road that we haven't seen so far this season.
That's the final play of the third quarter. Fox NFL Sunday continues after a break from your local Fox station.
Johnson battles Benavidez for the flyweight title. Fox UFC Saturday, live this week at 8 Eastern.
Oh, what fun it is to ride. Get the Mercedes-Benz on your wish list at the winter event going on now. But hurry, the offers end December 31st. Lease the 2014 GLK 350 for $419 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Enjoy your riches, lads! Today, you fight for your lives! You'll all be dead men! Raise the black flag, lads!
Assassin's Creed 4, available now, rated mature.
Sunday's not over until it's final. Our experts wrap up the battle for first in the NFC South with highlights and analysis you won't find anywhere else.
Cam is playing exceptional.
NFL Game Day Final tonight at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, live on NFL Network. If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Hey, can we get a round of Miller Lite?
Sorry, just ran out. Something else?
Come on, really?
But what if one of your crew is Chuck Liddell?
Hey, we don't have a reservation. Right this way.
Welcome.
Welcome. Sure wish we could play. Here you go. Here. Thank you. Thanks. We'd like to use flash photography.
That's not a problem.
We'd like to ride a dolphin. We'd love to sit closer.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
A third quarter dominated, at least statistically, by the Green Bay Packers, yet twice having to settle on field goals. So we begin this fourth quarter at Lambeau with Atlanta in front of Green Bay 21-16.
Well, Atlanta stayed according to script and was pounding away the ball in the first half. Have not done as much in the second half. Of course, they haven't had it as much. Had their fair share of 3 and outs. I know Mike Smith would love to continue now with a first down to continue to pound away.
Ryan working out of the high formation. Looked like early movement.
Number 76 offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
As Lamar Holmes, who started too early, the Atlanta left tackle. Holmes, a second-year player. He was a backup player last year. Started this season at right tackle, took over at left tackle after the injury to Sam Baker, and they feel like he's making good progress.
And they're rolling him through with Ryan Schrader, again, trying to find out. The offensive line is an area that the Atlanta Falcons will have to address in the offseason. They want to know to what degree.
Ryan thought about it. Ball is in the air. Is that a fumble or an incompleted pass? We are waiting. It is a fumble, and Green Bay's recovered. It looked like Mike Neal delivered the hit, and Johnny Jolly covers it up. What a huge play by the Green Bay defense.
We talked about the turnovers that the Green Bay Packers have suffered with 2 in the first half. Now they've at least evened it up with 1. There's no question this is a fumble. You can see after the play fake, he's scanning, tries to step up, and from behind didn't even realize it. He hadn't even started his throwing action. There's no question that that's a fumble here.
Boy, they are so excited to have Neal healthy. He is an extraordinarily talented player, but has had big injuries over the last 3 years. Lost 35 pounds during this offseason when they moved him from defensive end to an outside linebacker position. Just outside the 20, first down, Green Bay, a touchdown away from recapturing the lead. Flynn, catch made by Nelson. That's a gain of 8 on first down. Jordy Nelson with his day today for the second time in his career, eclipsing 1,000 receiving yards in a single season. Another time he did it back in 2011, and miss a number of games, injured of course last year. They pitch it to Lacy. First down to the 9.
Well, the hallmark of this Green Bay team, particularly with Aaron Rodgers, was the depth and capability of the receiving corps. You got Jermichael Finley, and Donald Driver, Greg Jennings, Randall Cobb, of course Johnson, and Nelson, and the fact that they're just down to Jones and not Johnson, but Jones, but Jones and Nelson are the only 2 of that group. It was the depth of the receiving corps that made them so lethal. So to not have Aaron Rodgers and that receiving corps has been a double whammy.
Look at the running by Lacy. That ball came loose, but it trickled out of bounds. Now let's see where they spot it. Is it where Lacy went down or where it went out of bounds?
Well, no question the ball, let's see, he's down. Yeah. So the ball was down, so it's a moot point at that point. It did trickle back. They did maintain possession is the good news, but he was down by the time the ball came out.
And that's where they spotted, where the ball was when his hip.
You're exactly right, though. There's a whole lot of power in that man, particularly since he's on one wheel, or at least a wheel and a half.
And it is a touchdown to Andrew Quarless. And Green Bay takes a lead.
This is the kind of throw that a throw to Jermichael Finley. Break him out from the formation, all the way to the outside. The marker's here killing me. He's all the way to the outside, looking for the one-on-one matchup at the bottom of your screen. Back shoulder throw to the big man on the outside. Love the matchup. I'm not real good at it. My fingers are frozen, man. Give me a break on the telestrator. I went through about 5 of these settings to find the right one. At least I was in the general area.
You were right on it. I'll tell you what. Nobody better on the telestrator at sub-0 degree temperature than one Bryant going. They're going for 2. Jump ball, and it's overthrown in the corner of the end zone to James Jones. So it is a 1-point lead. Bryant's going to telestrate all this when we come back. It began with the takeaway on the hit by Neal. A touchdown catch. I'm going to tell you what. Matt Flynn very excited. His Packers have the lead.
I got one word for you. A 5-year plan.
You know how long that takes?
5 years.
You are so important. I don't think you know it.
You
do not want to be anal.
No.
Find some peace this holiday. Get 8 pieces, any recipe. 2 large sides, 4 biscuits, and 12 cookies baked in restaurant. That's a lot for just $19.99.
Yes, you did. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Did not.
Today tastes so good.
Tell them about the new trends.
We make 60 minutes of play something to remember.
We make it fun for everyone. We make 60 minutes of play a day our top priority.
Hey, JJ, can I go long?
Go long. That's my move. Hop on the bus at NFLRush.com.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's never stop improving. By Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL. And by KFC, the official sponsor of Couchgating. KFC plus football equals Couchgating.
It's where ice dancing started officially here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. What a day it has been for Andrew Quarless. Getting a chance to play after the injury to Jermichael Finley. 6 catches. And that touchdown a moment ago. Rodgers up to the 30-yard line. The Packers have taken the lead. A career day for Andrew Quarless.
Hey.
Hey.
How was your weekend? I had an awesome weekend.
I'm working. Me too.
Wow.
This Christmas,
Cool glasses. Very sand people.
Walter will stop dreaming
Life is about courage and going into the unknown.
and start living.
You want to go with me?
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, rated PG.
I hate watching with Ramsey. All he does is yell. But every time he's come over this year, we've won. I love you, Ramsey.
Bud Light, for the fans who do whatever it takes.
Why is it better to get what you want now instead of later?
Because you don't want to wait to eat your raisins.
You don't want to wait to eat your raisins?
No.
Why not?
Because they'll turn into grapes?
Not sure that's the way it works.
Yes.
Are you competing for cutest kid right now?
Yes.
And what place are you in?
Kindergarten?
That's adorable.
It's not complicated. Now is better. And AT&T is the nation's fastest and now most reliable 4G LTE network.
See why critics say you're in good hands with Almost Human.
Thanks, man. You're welcome, my friend. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Fox tomorrow. One murder, too many killers.
What if he cloned himself?
Don't miss one of the best new shows of the season.
If we don't comply, they'll kill her.
Almost Human, all new tomorrow at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Atlanta looking for something, anything from a production standpoint offensively here in the second half. We'll go back and let you take a look at what they have done so far offensively here in the second half after scoring 21 points in the first half. 5 plays, punt, 3 and out twice. Then the fumble by Matt Ryan, which leads to the go-ahead score for Green Bay.
And I talked about their need to keep their rhythm and run the ball, but when you're 3 and out, 4 and out, 5 and out, you don't have time to get the run going. You don't have enough opportunities to stay balanced.
Roddy White Denied first down yardage, 3rd down and 2 coming up. Let's check in quickly with Kurt Menefee back in Los Angeles.
Well, some bad news for the New England Patriots. Rob Gronkowski, you see hit right there on the right knee. Lower leg injury, not quite sure whether it's the knee or the leg. He has been carted off the field, is in the locker room, and his Patriots are down 12-0 with things not looking good for Gronk and company. Tom, Bryant, Laura?
That is one ugly hit. Going down to the yard. Extra tight end, extra offensive lineman, and they give it to Steven Jackson, and he has enough for a first down. Up to the 42-yard line to keep this drive alive. 10.5 to go. Green Bay leads by a single point. And Philadelphia, meanwhile, is drawn within 2 of Detroit with the football. Eagles trailing 14-12, and you know all Packer fans are dialed in on that score. Forever to throw, and coming back to get it is Harry Douglas, and that is a catch. First time we've called his name today. In the midst of a breakout season after the injury in week 5 to Julio Jones, already career highs, closing in on 1,000 receiving yards is Harry Douglas this year.
Well, he had been primarily a slot receiver, but now he's called on to be on the outside. That was a brilliant move on his part. Double move down the field, wasn't there? Peeled back, gave Matt Ryan a target to come back to.
Play to Jackson. He's to the 39-yard line. Matt Ryan last week delivered the 23rd game-winning drive of his career in that 34-31 overtime win over Buffalo. And now trying to march Atlanta down the field, trailing by a single point with 9:12 to go in Green Bay. Again on that little crossing pattern that'll pick up maybe 2. So another big 3rd down coming up now for this Atlanta offense and this Green Bay defense.
And it'll be interesting for me to see if they want to work this as a 4-down territory. Again, with the weather, a big heavy ball, their comfort zone in a field goal versus maybe going for it on 4th down if they don't get it here.
Jackson, that extra lead, enough, it appears, for a first down. That it is.
We talk about Jackson's 8,000+ yard seasons. Tell you what, you forget, because of what happened in St. Louis and all those years, just how big and powerful and explosive this guy is. We're seeing today why Atlanta coveted having a player like Steven Jackson.
It's 3 weeks in a row now since getting all the way back to good health after that thigh injury in the 2nd game of the year. And looking for Roddy White. It's slightly overthrown, and White looking for a flag, which is not thrown. The coverage by Sam Shields.
This was a slow developing play, and you can see down, he just kind of gets with a little out move and go. I think we're fine here. He just got kind of out of sequence, couldn't quite get into his stride as the ball faded away to the outside.
Second down and 10. 9th play of this drive. Atlanta trails by a single point. Snelling is leveled by Jolly.
Great defense starts from the inside out. Jolly did a great job of just blowing through that A gap just outside the center for a loss.
Oh, they set up the screen. The blitz was on. Perfect call, but they can't execute the play. So now on a 4th down and 12 with under 7 minutes. They are going to send out the field goal kicker, Matt Bryant, for what will be right around a 50-yard, maybe a 51, 52-yard field goal try.
This is a heavy, thick ball to kick this distance.
Well, he's been very good in cold weather in his career as Bryant. And that one is no good. Short. Green Bay's 1-point lead by this much still holds.
Samsung Galaxy S4, available at Verizon.
Now get 50% off any Domino's pizza when you order online. 50% off sausage pizzas, specialty pizzas, even barbecue banana pepper pizzas. If you're into that, this week only get 50% off the menu price of 34 million pizza combinations at Domino's.com.
His comedy entertained millions of Americans, but his compassion saves children's lives worldwide. When Danny Thomas founded St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, he showed that the greatest reward is giving back. This holiday, test drive a new Mazda, and we'll pledge an hour of our time to a local charity. Buy any new Mazda during the Mazda Drive for Good event, and we'll donate $100 to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital or these charities. Because giving back is the Mazda way.
American Idol returns Wednesday, January 15th on Fox.
Tracy Adkins and I are hosting the American Country Awards Tuesday, December 10th on Fox.
Whoa, slow down, Danica.
I only have one speed.
Join country music's biggest stars for one big old party, featuring live performances by Darius Rucker, Florida Georgia Line, Lady Antebellum, Brad Paisley, and more. You voted. Now see the winners live. The American Country Awards Tuesday on Fox.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Domino's. Oh, yes, we did.
The Atlanta Falcons failing a chance to take the lead. Just short on that 53-yard field goal try was Matt Bryant. So now Green Bay with the ball, 6:42 to go, and this drive starts from their own 42-yard line. Flynn looking around, and he will dive up to the 45-yard line, a gain of 3. Fox UFC Saturday returns next weekend. Demetrius Johnson defending his World Flyweight Championship against Joseph Benavidez. That'll be live on Fox. Our coverage begins Saturday 8 Eastern, only on Fox. Much better day today for Matt Flynn. And he had his first start on Thanksgiving Day against Detroit. Of course, he's had much better pass protection today. Third down coming up, big down. Let's quickly check in with Kurt Menefee back in Los Angeles.
Earlier this season, the Packers cut returner Jeremy Ross. The Lions say thank you. Earlier against Philadelphia, he had a 58-yard punt return for a touchdown. This is a 98-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. They missed the extra point in the snow, but the Lions still have the lead, 20-14 in the fourth. Tom and Bryant.
That was right after Philadelphia had tied the game. All right, Kurt, thank you very much. Third down pass is complete right at the 50-yard line, but that's not enough for a first down. So the Packers will be forced to punt 3 and out after starting with very good field position on that drive.
Big sequence for Atlanta. Had the Packers been able to move into field goal position, a simple field goal would have made it a one-score game instead of a field goal game. Now, obviously, with Atlanta getting the ball back down by 1, totally different scenario.
Mastay punts it away, and it will trickle out of bounds inside the 20, right at the 17-yard line. Can the Falcons rally? 4:38 to go. Green Bay in front by a point.
She loves a lot of the same things you do. It's what you love about her. But your erectile dysfunction? That could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a 30-tablet free trial.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Fellas, finally, you made it.
But what if one of your crew is Questlove?
Then we brought more Miller Lite. Cool.
What do you guys want to hear?
What do you got?
Are you kidding me?
Round a Miller Lite from the ladies in the corner. Hey, boys.
You guys want to hit this house party?
It's in Thailand.
Yes.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Dedication.
22-21, Green Bay in front. Atlanta with the ball. All 3 timeouts and 4:38 to play. From their own 17-yard line.
This place is rocking now.
Blitz coming. They set up the screen to Rodgers. And that is a gain of 15 on first down. That's the second time they have caught Green Bay in a blitz. The last time they couldn't connect on the pass.
Nice call by Dirk Cutter, the offensive coordinator. You're exactly right. Had they connected on that quick outside screen with the pressure by Green Bay, that thing would have gouged them. Here, anticipating the same pressure from Dom Capers and the Packers.
A short while ago about Matt Ryan's 23 game-winning drives in the 4th quarter or later. He got number 23 last week in that overtime win over Buffalo. And how about this? You think of all the great quarterbacks in the NFL since Ryan came in the league in 2008. More game-winning drives in the 4th quarter or overtime than any other.
Yeah, and why this franchise, since he has come in 2008, has been so good. Obviously, this is an off year. The injuries are well documented, but this has been a good quarterback and a good franchise since he's come to them.
Ryan has won more games in his first 5 seasons than any quarterback in NFL history. Second down, steps up, delivers a beautiful throw to midfield. Reception made by Tony Gonzalez. And injured on the play, it looks like Brad Jones is slow to get up. He hasn't gotten up. There is a penalty flag that we just noticed.
Number 59 of the offense. Penalty is declined. First down.
He must have been holding on the defense, number 59. Because Atlanta declines the penalty after the first down completion.
Well, it's just inside here. And you can see he just tackles him. He just mugs Tony Gonzalez.
Nice job of the telestrator there.
Very quick.
Walmart invited hundreds of kids to play with the hottest new gifts for Christmas, like Disney Infinity and the Nintendo Wii U.
There's so many characters and it's really fun.
This game's pretty great because I can make whatever I want.
It's so cool because we can make creative stuff.
Whoa.
I can play the games on here while he's watching TV.
I want Disney Infinity and the Wii U for Christmas.
Walmart has the hottest gifts chosen by kids, like Disney Infinity and the Nintendo Wii U bundle with 2 bonus games. Games rated E to E10+. Walmart.
Honestly, I'm a little old-fashioned. I love chalk and erasers, but change is coming. All my students have the brand new Surface. It has the new Windows and comes with Office, has a real keyboard so they can do real work. They can use Bing Smart Search to find anything in the world or last night's assignment. And the battery lasts and lasts, so after school they can Skype, play games, and my favorite, do homework. Change is looking pretty good after all.
Right here at Table 6, first date butterflies disappeared when conversation shifted to quoting classic 80s movies, followed by delicious entrees like our new Bacon Jack grilled chicken with fresh avocado from our $20 dinner for 2 menu. Chili's, more life happens here.
We invited people from across the nation to help us taste and choose a golden amber lager. Smooth and distinctive, chosen by the people. Budweiser Black Crown.
Well, Aaron Rodgers, his ability to come back, he had to check first off. The arm strength is fine. The range of motion is fine. It's the last one, the scan. This is strictly a doctor's decision. Aaron Rodgers says he's fine. Mike McCarthy says he looks fine, but until that bone has calcified to the degree that the doctors can release it, he will not be back.
When he comes back, where will these Packers be? Right now, the Packers with a 1-point lead, 3.5 to go. Here's Kurt Menefee back in Los Angeles.
Well, just a reminder that as soon as you guys are done, we'll get you to America's Game of the Week. Most of you will see the 49ers led by Colin Kaepernick against Russell Wilson and those Seattle Seahawks. That's after your game is finished in Green Bay, Tom.
All right, Kurt, thank you. 2nd down and 6. Matt Ryan looking around, hit as he throws, finds Jackson out of the backfield, and that is a 1st down to the 38-yard line. And that is, it's like Johnny Jolly who's down. A couple of Packers are injured. Jamari Lattimore, 57, limping, and Jolly just now gets up. And then they run into each other.
Yeah, nice catch.
Next time, put a little heat on it.
All right, I'll pull a little something on it.
Want to win your own football fantasy? Just tell us. Then use your Visa card for a chance to win it.
Yeah, I heard it. I picked it out in a snap. But what made it genius was the camouflage wrap. That's my kind of holiday.
Could it be no presents beneath the tree? Wait a minute, now I see my gifts all above me. It's my kind of holiday.
The Lambeau faithful have stayed with it through temperatures, wind chill well below 0 here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And perhaps their season, their playoff aspirations hang in the very balance of this Atlanta drive. Green Bay in front by 1 on first down. It's Rodgers. And that'll be a gain of maybe a yard. Now remember, they had Matt Bryant, who has been a very good long distance kicker in his career. He's hit from 53 this year. He's been a very good cold weather kicker in his career. 6 of his 10 from 40 and beyond have come when the temperature is down under 40 degrees. Ryan able to get rid of it before he was sacked. So it brings up third down. But Bryant on that 52-yard field goal earlier in this fourth quarter was just short.
Well, Dom Capers dialed up a DB blitz. Micah Hyde came from the outside, recognizing you can't sit passive in this situation, not with Matt Ryan being as good as he is. They've got to continue to put pressure on him, make him get the ball out quickly.
They're going to have to call a timeout. Mike Smith running up and down that sideline.
Their first charge, timeout.
As that play clock could run under 5. We make no mistake about it. This has not been the kind of year Mike Smith and the Falcons nor their fans envisioned. Coming off a trip to the NFC Championship game last year, losing in heartbreak fashion to the San Francisco 49ers. But this has been among the best teams in the NFL over the last 5 years, and clearly they know a lot about winning, and they have a lot of pride. And these final 4 games, they're going to give it everything they have, no matter who they play or where they play it.
It's hard to keep that perspective sometimes in a disappointing season. But they got the 4th most wins in the NFL since 2008, Tom. That's pretty good. And they've got a great franchise quarterback in Matt Ryan. They'll build from this. We already talked about them playing a lot of young players to see exactly how they're going to fare going into next year.
Third down and 9. Blitz coming, and there is a dump off to Rodgers. He is short of the first down. He's in the 33. This would be right at a 50 or 51-yard field goal try if they elect to make that decision here in the 2-minute warning. And Mike Smith will have a couple of minutes to think it over. Big decision for Mike Smith when we return.
Today's game is sponsored by the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 and Galaxy Gear.
'Twas the analog lady with endless games, photos, and books. Her hubby had an idea for the right gift he would look. We've got all the best brands, said the expert in blue.
A great tablet at a great price surely would do.
I got this. A great tablet at a... Oh, you just said... Now they focus on their fabulous physiques. If I keep lifting this book, I'll be ripped in a week. Seriously, it's super heavy.
All the best brands of tablets, all at your Ultimate Holiday Showroom. Best Buy.
Before redeeming their Bank of America travel rewards points on more than just flights for their recent trip to paradise. Before they went to paradise and paid for the car rental, snorkeling, lava tour, and hula lessons. The Clarks got the Bank Americard Travel Rewards Credit Card, the card that allows you to redeem points on just about anything travel-related. That's the Leia of travel rewards. Apply online or visit a Bank of America near you.
What's up with the kittens?
They're super soft.
Yeah, but why don't you just wear a Hanes Comfort Blend shirt? It's just as soft as those kittens.
Why don't we ask Michael Jordan what he thinks?
Dude, wow. Comfort Blend t-shirts and underwear, our softest ever.
Hey, may I interrupt anything? If I said yes, would that have any impact on you at all?
Not really.
Sorry I'm late. Got held up by a serial killer.
They did a TV movie about you, right?
Yeah.
They were good.
I have this brilliant idea of a sequel.
Guilty. We're entering a plea of guilty.
I'm 6 months behind in my alimony payment, and the IRS is so far up my... It's just a matter of time before I go to jail.
With a face like this, my dance card's gonna be awfully full.
Rake premieres Thursday, January 23rd on Fox.
Atlanta's going for it on 4th down. Tried to field goal the last time, figured it's too far at 52 yards the last time where it was just short. That's why they're going for it on 4th down.
5-man rush, Ryan, and juggled and dropped. Gonzalez nearly had it. Kept trying to find the handle, but could never stick a fork in it.
Well, if you're going to go to somebody, you're going to go to that future Hall of Famer. The ball just a little bit behind. Bush all over it. I don't know that it really impacted it, but Tony Gonzalez could not find the handle to convert on the 4th down to give him a chance.
This game is not over. There's a minute 55 to play. Atlanta has 2 timeouts left. They need their defense to make a play. The Packers' Jared Bush, infrequently used in the secondary this year, in coverage with a future Hall of Famer, and breaks up the pass attempt by Ryan.
You're going to see run after run to draw down the clock and force Atlanta to use those timeouts.
Lacy will get the football, staying in bounds, and he is tackled under the 34-yard line. Gain of a yard, timeout immediately, Atlanta. 1 left for the Falcons.
Well, it's a calculated risk by Mike Smith, but he had tried the field goal before at the same distance. Again, this weather, it's a heavy, very thick ball. Decided to go for it on 4th down, going to his best player, Tony Gonzalez. The NFC North.
Look at Philadelphia. Eagles rallying late with a 4th quarter lead. Chicago will play Dallas at Soldier Field tomorrow night. I'm sure it'll be very cozy at Soldier Field tomorrow night as well.
Well, remember, this game was originally going to be played tonight. No, thank you. That would have been a bit chilly for me.
This is a 2nd down and 9. Again, Lacy in the backfield, offset is Kuhn. They put it in the hands of Lacy and bottled up. That's a nice play coming down the line by Corey Peters. And another timeout. So that play takes 5 seconds. It is the final timeout for Atlanta. So the Packers run another play. Bryant, the decision becomes, as Philadelphia has increased that lead now to 8 in the 4th quarter. Do you trust Matt Flynn enough here with a minute 42 left on a 3rd down and 9 to put it in the air?
Well, it's not a matter of trusting Matt Flynn. I mean, it's a matter of, do you trust your team? Do you trust your defense? Do you play with the odds? Clearly, throwing the ball here, if you can get a 1st down, then the game's over, because you're inside of 2 minutes. You can literally take a knee at that point. Or do you rely on your defense? You punt it, take a chance with the defense. Matt Ryan, who's known for 4th quarter comebacks, I go ahead and let him throw it.
They're down and 9, and they're going to run it. Lacy trying to turn the corner, and a nice tackle made by O.C. Umenyor, a longtime New York Giant. So another 30 seconds. This will wind it down to under a minute before the play clock expires. So the Packers will punt it away. They have Robert McLean standing back. He is not their regular punt return man. See the play clock down to 4, 3. They snap it. And a good punt. Really good punt. And all the way to the 1, picked up. It looked like a Falcon may have touched that ball, forcing McLean, or did he just decide to pick it up himself? Well, somebody had to have touched this ball. Or did everybody whiff on it?
A man will ask a lot of his truck. Can it tow that? Haul this? Make it all the way over the top of that? Well, isn't it nice to know that the answer will always be hell yes. This is the groundbreaking Ram Heavy Duty with 30,000 pounds of towing and 850 pound-feet of torque.
44 seconds remain.
The previous play is under review.
Well, they're going to take a look at exactly what happened. I think they want to know if a Packer touched the ball, which would down the ball immediately. Did that happen, or did everybody just simply miss, and McLean decided to pick it up and try and return it?
Looked like it just gets kicked by the foot.
I don't think anybody touched it.
You're going to see it right here, right there. It looked like his left foot. I don't know. You can't say definitively, that's for sure, that indeed he touched it. We'll see if this angle tells it. Ball's not going anywhere. If they could have seen his right. No, I don't believe anybody touched it.
Well, Mike Pereira back in our studios in Los Angeles. Mike, I would imagine they are looking at, we just suspected what they would be looking at to see if a Packer touched the ball. Is that correct?
Well, they're looking to see if he touched the ball while he was touching the goal line, because if that's the case, then it would make it a touchback and the ball would go out to the 20. But I don't think you can see for sure here as you're watching the play. I think it's a whiff. I don't think he touches it, period. But if they were to really did touch it and was touching the goal line, then it would be a touchback.
While we are still waiting, this under booth review. 22-21 Green Bay lead. We take a look
The play, the
one
ruling
more
on
time.
the field stands.
And the ruling on the field stands, so that's that. No timeouts. Ball at the 9-yard line. And you figure you got to get probably 60 yards to give yourself a chance at what has been a season-long field goal for Matt Bryant of 53 yards. Matt Ryan dumps it off to Rodgers, and he gets 12 of those yards. Clock continues to run. Pepsi game break. Kurt, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy will have the scores and highlights from around the league. Fox Sports ticker up to the second stats. That's immediately following this game. Ryan throws to the corner. What a throw and a catch made by Roddy White. So they have picked up 33 yards on the first 2 plays of this drive. They need at least another 25 to give them a shot.
And those deep outside corner routes are the signature Matt Ryan throws in this situation.
Incomplete. Clock stops with 17 seconds remaining. First time Matt Ryan has eclipsed 200 passing yards in a game against the Green Bay Packers. Of course, one of those games, a devastating playoff loss. The year Green Bay won a Super Bowl, that 2010 year. Owner Arthur Blank hoping that his prize quarterback can rally the team for a second straight week. 17 seconds to go. Ryan in and out of the hands of Harry Douglas. A perfectly thrown ball by Matt Ryan.
They just cleared it out on the outside with Roddy White. Douglas clearly had possession of the ball, should have had possession of the ball. Beautifully thrown ball to the outside. Matt Ryan knows that's a missed opportunity.
Packers have 7 defensive backs in the game. 11 seconds remain. Looked like the Packers had too many men on the field. Couldn't hear the audio there from Bill Levy, our referee. Or did they signal for a timeout?
Well, it was a good call by a timeout by Mike McCarthy. Keep in mind now, you can have too many men in the huddle, but you can't have too many defensive players on the field at a given time until the ball is snapped.
Our game today produced by Bob Stenner, directed by Greg Scopatoni, our technical producer Bob Muller, replay producer Mike Titleman, our associate director Yvonne Wagner, our broadcast associate Jordan Wolf. Our spotter Scott Snyder, stats crew Tom Barbary up here in the booth, Eric Norton, Mike Eldridge, and a very happy birthday to our main man, Mr. David Strum. 11 seconds left. Ball at the 43-yard line. Need about another 27 yards to give you a better than average shot. And it is intercepted with 4 seconds remaining by Jared Bush. So the Green Bay Packers playoff hopes stay alive.
Remember, it was Jared Bush that broke up the pass to Tony Gonzalez on the 4th down play on the previous series. Bush coming up large just in here. The bottom of the screen peels off. Obviously, Matt Ryan just trying to make something happen. Going to Harry Douglas on the exact same pass that he had dropped the previous play.
We talked about how good Green Bay has been on their home turf in December and January. They're 1 snap away from putting this one officially to rest, and that it is a win. And look at the excitement from Matt Flynn after the humiliating loss on Thanksgiving in Detroit. His Packer team back at 500, and who knows if Aaron Rodgers is back at quarterback next week. Let's go to the Pepsi game. Here's Kurt Menefee in Los Angeles.
Welcome to the Pepsi Game Break Show.
And so the Packers get their first win in 6 starts without Aaron Rodgers. If the scores stay like they are right now, they'll be a half game out of first place. That's because the Detroit Lions are at Philadelphia. Right now, the Eagles literally just scored. They're waiting the extra point, but it's a 34-20 Eagles lead. Let's take you out for the finish. Here are Kevin Burkhardt, John Lynch, and Molly McGrath.
And Curtis Polk have done the rest. What a great job by this offensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles.
And the Eagles going for 2. I'm surprised they wouldn't try an extra point here, already up 14, but it's just been so hard to even try with the weather. They'll go Polk to try to get it in. He won't do it. But the Eagles lead is 14. And the Eagles run game has been unbelievable. They are boogieing in South Philly.
Hey, may I update anything? If I said yes, would that have any impact on you at all?
Not really. Sorry I'm late. Got held up by a serial killer.
They did a TV movie about you, right? Yeah. They were good.
I have this brilliant idea of a sequel.
Guilty. We're entering a plea of guilty. I'm 6 months behind in my alimony payment, and the IRS is so far up my... It's just a matter of time before I go to jail. With a face like this, my dad's heart's gonna be awfully full.
Rake premieres Thursday, January 23rd on Fox.
Fox tomorrow. Sci-fi critics say you're in good hands with Almost Human.
That's fascinating.
The show is...
Wait for it.
Awesome.
Thanks, man. You're welcome, my friend. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
All new Almost Human. Then...
We must find out what became of my son.
How far will the father go?
Your life will be in danger.
To uncover the truth.
the value of Cousins if he plays well. What would be a disaster if he doesn't play well in those final 3 games and would destroy what would be a second-round or first-round value.
Let's go to Chicago, John. Why are the Bears going with Jay Cutler and not the hot hand of Josh McCown?
Well, because Jay Cutler's the better quarterback. If you really go back before he started getting the injuries, with Mark Trestman's offense, he was averaging 29 points a game, which was a high in his career, and he's got more talent than Josh McCown. If you go back, and I know that Josh McCown's had 3 consecutive games of over 300 yards, but they lost 2 of those games. He is a backup quarterback who's 34 years old, and even though he has good QBR numbers, he has good stats, Jay Cutler still is the better quarterback than Josh McCown. And so because of that, as long as he's close to being 100%, you go with the better quarterback.
In Minnesota, John, what's Adrian Peterson's status for Sunday's game against the Eagles?
You know, still very questionable. Now, on Friday after practice, he said with that mid-foot injury, he's confident that he's going to be able to play. Apparently, the Vikings aren't confident in their running back situation. Today, they brought off Joe Barnyard off the practice squad just to have an extra running back. Because remember, Toby Gerhart has a hamstring, Adrian Peterson has the mid-foot, and if both players are not able to go into pregame warm-ups, they may have to go with somebody else. Peterson has a chance, but it's questionable.
He's our insider, John Clayton, with the latest from the NFL. 3 games into his comeback from injury, Kobe Bryant remains a work in progress. The Lakers have lost all 3 games since Bryant's return from a torn Achilles tendon, including last night's loss to Oklahoma City. Bryant had 13 assists, but just 4 points, playing 23 minutes. Stephen A. Smith, though, not really surprised that Kobe Bean Bryant is struggling.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit and stop acting like we're supposed to expect Kobe Bryant to be Kobe Bryant immediately. Yes, he's only averaging 11 points and 6.7 assists per game. He's shooting about 38% from the field. Hasn't hit a 3-pointer yet this season in the 3 games that he's played. These are things that we didn't expect from Kobe Bryant, but we shouldn't expect it right now. Coming off an Achilles injury, he's got to work his way back. Of course, he's not the Kobe Bryant of old. He's not going to be the Kobe Bryant of old, at least for a while. It's going to take him some time. But when you see the 20 points in the second game back, when you see the 13 assists going up against Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City, you understand that this man still is supremely fundamentally sound. He knows how to play the game of basketball, and he'll find a way and feel his way through in order to be effective. That is not the real problem with the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm talking about Kobe Bryant here. The real problem with the Los Angeles Lakers is that they can't stop anybody because they're second worst in the league, giving up more than 104 points per game. They're one of the worst rebounding teams in the game defensively. They rank like 26th. Don't even bring into a category of steals. They don't really generate anything defensively. That's really what this comes down to. Can't rebound, can't force turnovers, can't stop anybody from scoring. That's Pau Gasol. That's Jordan Hill. That's Chris Kaman, who just came back on Friday against Oklahoma City. That is not Kobe Bryant. 7 turnovers. Kobe's got to cut down on that. We understand all of that. And we certainly understand that he's not going to be playing above the rim. But let's not act like he is the problem with the Los Angeles Lakers here. Have you looked at their roster? Do you see what's going on? It should speak for itself if you're watching them.
Back to Kobe for a second and his struggles out of the gate. In his first 3 games, he's again averaging just 11 points per game, nearly 20 points fewer than he did in the first 3 games last season. His 33 points are the fewest he scored in his first 3 games of any season since 1997-98. Coming up Monday Night Football, the start of bowl season, a matchup of number 1 versus number 2, Heat versus Pacers round 2. Next week is stocked. We will pick out all the highlights. And coming up, a sneak preview of the 30 for 30 documentary about Maurice Clarett, including reflections on his breakout moment.
I understood that at that point, my life has changed. And that's the moment or the high that you feel that you forever chase.
This is the Quicksilver Cashback card from Capital One. It's not the fumbling around with rotating categories card. It's not the getting blindsided by limits card. It's the no game playing, no earning limit having, keep bomb throwing, give me the ball and I'll take it to the house cashback card. This is the Quicksilver Cash card from Capital One. Unlimited 1.5% cashback on every purchase, everywhere, every single day. So let me ask you, what's in your wallet?
problem.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
You know, Ronnie, folks who save hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico sure are happy.
And how happy are they, Jimmy?
I'd say happier than a bodybuilder directing traffic.
He does look happy.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I'm your leading man. Like the leader of the band.
The Heisman Trophy presentation tonight at 8 on ESPN.
I don't know what's going to fly out of my mouth.
Jennifer Lawrence, Miley Cyrus, Duck Dynasty, and Robin Roberts answer Barbara's juiciest questions.
You have been called desperate.
Barbara Walters' 10 Most Fascinating People. End the year, a 2-night event starting Wednesday on ABC.
Welcome to ESPN Sports Saturday.
Maurice Clarett and Jim Tressel emerged from opposite sides of the tracks in Youngstown, Ohio, and then joined for a magical season at Ohio State in 2002 that produced the first national football championship for the school in over 3 decades. The 30 for 30 film Youngstown Boys explores class and power dynamics in college sports through the parallel, interconnected journeys of a player and his coach. It premieres on ESPN tonight after the Heisman Trophy presentation. Here's a sneak peek.
Tressel told me that he was going to give me 3 series to get something accomplished, to get the ball moving, to earn your keep on the field. At that time, I hadn't played in front of 100,000 people.
He starts his first game. It's never happened in Ohio State history before, and they're going to let him have it on the first carry. Clarett rumbles down to the line of scrimmage.
The first series, we didn't do anything. Second series, I had maybe like a 1-yard run.
Here's the give. Clarett got very little, if anything.
And I can remember on the sideline, Coach Tressel, he said, hey, now I'm going to give you 1 more series. I'm going to give these other guys a chance. I'm pretty sure he had to do that just because the political pressure he may have gotten from the media if the running back that you decided to put in didn't produce.
And Ohio State will go with a 2 tight end set. Everybody loaded up, high backfield, Schnitker the fullback. Krenzel's going to give it off to Clarett, and he's got not only a first down, he might have it all. Maurice Clarett, first big play of his Buckeye career, is a touchdown.
I just remember watching on a Jumbotron, and I was like this. It was crazy. You know, you get this rush and this chill that goes through your body. There's just no feeling like it. And it wasn't until, you know, that he crossed and I just exploded.
I understood that at that point, my life has changed. And that's the moment or the high that you feel that you forever chase.
You can see the entire ESPN Films 30 for 30 presentation of Youngstown Boys tonight at 9 Eastern on ESPN and also on the Watch ESPN app. Time to take a look at the week ahead. Sunday continues week 15 of the NFL season. The day perhaps highlighted by the Bengals and Steelers tomorrow night. Cincinnati could clinch the AFC North this weekend, but they'll need some help from the Baltimore Ravens losing as well. On Monday Night Football, it's the Ravens at the Lions. Both teams are 7-6, currently in playoff position. Ravens tie for the 6th seed with the Dolphins. Lions tie for the lead in the NFC North with the Chicago Bears. On Tuesday, the #1 ranked Lady Huskies head to Cameron Indoor Stadium to take on #2 Duke in the Jimmy V Women's Classic on ESPN2 at 7 Eastern. UConn's outscored opponents by 39.8 points this season, the highest differential in the country. On Wednesday, the Indiana Pacers, who have the best record in the NBA, head to Miami to take on the Heat, what could be the Eastern Conference Finals preview. Indiana won the last matchup, holding the Heat to a season-low 84 points. On Thursday, Jabari Parker and the 8th-ranked Duke Blue Devils take on UCLA and MSG at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN and Watch ESPN. Dukes won their last 3 against the Bruins by an average of 20 points per game. On Friday, the Timberwolves take on Kobe Bryant and the Lakers in L.A. T-Wolves finally snapping their 22-game skid against the Lakers in their last matchup this season, a 23-point win. But L.A. didn't have Kobe in that one. And next Saturday, it's the start of bowl season. Here on ABC, you'll see the Royal Purple Las Vegas Bowl between Fresno State and USC. The Trojans have interim coach Clay Helton for the bowl game before Steve Sarkisian takes over. Of course, it is all building up to the BCS National Championship game on ESPN January 6th. ESPN Sports Saturday will be back in 2 weeks. Until then, I'm Jay Harris. Enjoy the holidays.
This has been a special presentation of ESPN on ABC.
'Twas the big day of Christmas when all through the league there were 5 marquee matchups, all full of intrigue. The banners were hung by Miami with care in hopes that a third straight soul would be there. Now Melo, now Kobe, now Bryant and KD. On Curry, on Duncan, on Griffin and CP3. To the front of the rim with the lob of the ball. Now dunk away, dunk away, dunk away all. An NBA Christmas on ESPN and ABC. Presented by State Farm.
The Chrysler Big Finish event is here. And with it comes the inevitable hustle and bustle of the season. But when you stop to reflect on what you have and everything it took to get it, you realize that the greatest gift is what you give back. Come get some of the best deals of the year at the Chrysler Big Finish event.
Laura, what's another reason to watch Great Day Live?
Could it be our great deals, Terry?
That's right. Our viewers are going to find out about great deals from all over Kentuckiana.
Don't miss your chance to save every Monday and Wednesday right here on Great Day Live.
Weather is a part of your life. That's why you need the new Weathercaster app. It has unique features you can't get anywhere else. Brought to you by the meteorologists you trust. The WHAS 11 First Alert Storm Team. The all-new Weathercaster app. Download it for free today. WHAS 11 News, on your side when winter weather strikes.
Brookcats, of course, checking the roads right now. We'll get this band of moderate snow. It's going to be causing problems, and we will continue to update all the closings from all the districts.
The First Alert Storm Team, on your side, keeping you ahead of the storm.
On Wednesday, you said we'd have about 3 to 3.5 inches of snow, and 2 days later on Friday, that's what we had. 3.2 inches of snow.
Watch the WHAS 11 Storm Team, on your side, getting it right. WHAS 11, your official station for the Ohio River Bridges Project. From start to finish, WHAS 11 News is on your side with the most current construction news, road closures, and traffic conditions. Using the highly sophisticated mobile traffic tracker. Stay informed, be prepared, and avoid the traffic nightmares. On air, online, and mobile with the Louisville Traffic app. WHAS 11, your official station for the Ohio River Bridges Project. Great Day Live, weekday mornings at 9 on WHAS 11.
Tonight on World News, snowed in. 2 massive storms colliding this evening. Snow, ice, freezing rain. The dangerous conditions from Missouri to Maine. Cars flipped over. The storm track right now and what's coming tomorrow. The plot, what we've just learned about the school shooter in Colorado. Who he was targeting, the bravery inside the school. Just as this nation pauses to remember the tragedy 1 year ago in Newtown. The economy and attention shoppers, the staggering number of price changes on the web in a given day, in a given hour. Tonight, the precise time to lock in the best holiday deal and the simple tool to help you. And mega mystery, why those jackpots are suddenly getting bigger, the stunning new jackpot tonight, and what it's done to your odds of winning. Tonight, the new strategy revealed.
From ABC News, World Headquarters, this is ABC World News with David Muir.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us on what will be a very trying Saturday night across a huge part of this country. 2 storms coming together as one tonight, and what a mess across nearly 24 states now. This is the scene from Detroit just a short time ago. Airplanes covered in snow. Passengers looking to those monitors. Nearly 1,000 cancellations across the country and growing tonight. Football fields this Saturday disappearing under the snow. The Army-Navy game right there in a very snowy Philadelphia today. Working harder than those football players, so many of you at home who spent a good part of this day digging out. There is more in store tomorrow. And look at this from Illinois tonight, getting down this street on skis. We have team coverage here, the latest storm track and what's coming. But first, ABC's Rob Nelson in Massachusetts tonight.
A huge swath of the country bracing for a snow-covered weekend as this huge weather system makes its eastward trek, dumping anywhere from a few inches to a few feet. Some 1,000 flights canceled across the country, but better to be stuck on a frozen tarmac like these planes in Detroit than to be on the roads today in deadly conditions. And with sleet and freezing rain accompanying the snow, many of the nation's roads will once again become treacherous. There have been at least 3 massive multi-car wrecks this past week alone. A 40-car pileup in Michigan, including 2 police vehicles, blamed on snow and speed.
Thank God my daughter and I are okay.
Frustration and relief.
He just sideswept me and just kept on going.
And further east in New Hampshire, firemen had to fight fire with ice, dousing this blaze but leaving behind walls of ice just minutes later. In the snow belt of western New York, where people are used to this, motorists said they couldn't see a thing.
It's pretty horrible out there right now. I've actually got 4-wheel drive on my car and it's been slipping. So that's pretty surprising. And on my way here, you can see the road.
And with Christmas just a little more than a week away, holiday shoppers battling the bad weather trying to finish their gift lists. With the storm getting closer, we decided to hit the road ourselves to check on conditions. Travel was slow but steady, the roads getting slightly worse as we reached Massachusetts. We are certainly among the lucky. Every year, more than 1,300 people are killed and nearly 117,000 injured in snow-related crashes. Well, David, 3.5 hours later, we finally made it here in Northampton, Massachusetts. We have the icy grime to prove it. Now, not too much snow on the ground just yet, just barely a coating, but they know up to a ½ foot could be coming overnight. David?
All right, Rob Nelson leading us off there from a snowy New England tonight. I want to bring in WABC Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg from the Weather Center. And Lee, you were telling us that these 2 storms right now, as we're on the air, are now converging.
The whole complexion of the storm is changing now, David. Take a look at this storm track. 2 storms becoming 1. It's consolidating as a coastal storm. It means a few things. The snowfall rates are picking up across Pennsylvania into the New York City area, into New England. There's also a changeover that's going to happen along the coast and an icing concern inland as well. Snowfall totals look like this. You're looking at lighter amounts in the Philly area because it's changing over, but heavier amounts across northern Pennsylvania. In New York City, this is a computer model, so I think even 5 or 6 inches within reach in New York City. A 6-inch storm in Boston, maybe a little bit more, but just to the north and west. And that whole area of pink, localized up to a foot of snow.
Over the next 24 hours, you were saying that's the first concern. The next concern, the real cold in the Midwest.
Absolutely. Now, this cold behind this storm, it's a little lagged in the northeast, so it's not below freezing during the day tomorrow, but then tomorrow night, yes. But look at the highs on Sunday in Chicago and Detroit, 15, 25. They got some snowfall. There'll be a hard freeze there, very difficult for millions of holiday shoppers to get around tomorrow.
All right, a tough Sunday ahead. Lee Goldberg, as always, thanks to you. Now to the fast-moving investigation in Colorado tonight. Authorities late today revealing the motive. What drove a student to try to target a librarian? We watched the all-too-familiar scene play out yesterday. Students quickly getting out of that school, their hands in the air, after a student, a senior there, opened fire inside the hallways. Tonight, we're learning more about what he was armed with and the classmate now fighting to survive. ABC's Clayton Sandell in Colorado.
Tonight, 17-year-old Claire Davis is fighting for her life. Davis shot yesterday in the head. Police say fellow student, 18-year-old Carl Pearson, pulled the trigger.
It was terrible. It's awful, and I'm so glad.
Police say Davis was not Pearson's intended target. They believe he'd come to kill teacher Tracy Murphy. Murphy runs the school debate team. ABC affiliate KMGH reports Pearson was recently kicked off.
This shooting was the result of revenge on the part of the shooter because of a confrontation or a disagreement between the shooter and the teacher.
Investigators said today that Pearson legally purchased a 12-gauge shotgun at a Denver area store within 1 week before the attack.
The shooter purchased the shotgun on December 6th at a local retail outlet. The weapon was purchased legally.
The images Friday of terrified students, so similar to the ones just down the road at Columbine. Sergeant A.J. DeAndrea now teaches fellow cops that, unlike Columbine, first responders can't afford to wait to confront a gunman.
The strategy in 2013 is to go immediately into the building, a rapid deployment inside to address the threat.
Late today, we learned Pearson also had extra ammunition and was armed with a machete. And some extraordinary timing here, David. From the moment Pearson walked into this school, opened fire, and then took his own life was only a minute 20 seconds. The sheriff here credits his troops for closing in fast, bringing the situation to an end before it got much worse. David?
All right, Clayton Sendell in Colorado tonight. Clayton, thank you. And of course, we all thought immediately of the timing when the bulletin crossed from Colorado. It was 1 year ago we were reporting on Newtown, Connecticut. Tonight here, a nation pausing to remember.
At the White House today, the President and First Lady lighting 26 candles, 20 of them for the children, 6 for the teachers and the principal lost. Throughout Newtown, the quiet but powerful memorials, the heart, the 26 crosses. And on this Saturday, the bells ringing 26 times across Connecticut. The families had asked that cameras keep a distance this weekend, so we sat down a few weeks back with a young woman remembering her sister, Carly Soto, remembering her sister Vicky, a first grade teacher.
So they were just starting their day in room 10.
Mm-hmm. They were her angels. She loved those kids more than anything.
Is that what she would call them?
Mm-hmm. She would come home and tell us the funny stories they told her and tell us, you know, everything that they learned that day. And she couldn't talk enough about those kids. We knew them by name.
You knew them all because of the names she would tell at the dinner table.
Yep. Allison, Wyatt, Olivia Engel, Dylan Hockley, Jesse Lewis, and Aviel Richmond.
A year later, Carly telling us she has now learned even more about the sister who stood before that gunman.
She had her keys in her hand, ready to lock her door, and unfortunately, she did not have the time to do that.
As she stood there, one group of children running for the door. 9 got out. 2 more survived hiding in the bathroom.
The photograph that the whole world saw of you.
It is hard seeing that photo because I can remember exactly what I was thinking, exactly where I was waiting to hear about my sister. I can remember everything about that moment.
She had called a friend with the news. Her sister was going to make gingerbread houses with the children that day, and Carly has also learned that her sister had taken out a book.
She earlier went to the library before school started and took out a book called What Would You Do with a Tale Like This? And since then, all copies of that book are dedicated to my sister, which is amazing.
There were so many Facebook posts about your sister, and I just wanted to read from a couple. This is Victoria Soto, and although I didn't know her, she is my hero. I don't know too much about her, but I know a lot of people who do know her, and she's amazing. After learning that she was a teacher in Stratford, the person writes, I have never been more proud to be from Stratford or to be a teacher.
It is, it's amazing that our country has looked at my sister and recognized her for being a hero, and I'm proud to say that I'm Victoria Soto's little sister. I can't be any more proud of my sister.
So many heroes 1 year ago. Carly Soto is now working with mayors against illegal guns, hoping for more attention on mental health in this country and on background checks. She says she won't give up until Congress acts. We turn overseas tonight into an ABC News exclusive now. One-on-one with Secretary of State John Kerry, reacting to what we watched unfold in North Korea this week. That country's young leader consolidating power, taking aim at his own uncle, a former mentor, first airbrushing him out of a picture, and then, of course, the world learning he executed him. Tonight, ABC's Chief Global Affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz traveling in the region with new reaction from Secretary Kerry. Martha.
Good evening, David. Secretary Kerry's diplomatic tour brought him here to Vietnam, where we asked him about the startling developments out of North Korea, where Kim Jong-un, the young leader, had his uncle executed, a longtime power broker in the secretive nation.
What does this tell you about the danger coming from North Korea?
Well, it tells us a lot about, first of all, how ruthless and reckless he is, and it also tells us a lot about how insecure he is to a certain degree. This is not the first execution. There have been a significant number of executions taking place over the last months, which we're aware of.
And this was so public.
I mean, it really reminded me of a video that we saw of Saddam Hussein doing the same thing, having people plucked out of an audience and people sitting there sweating and nobody daring to move or do anything.
We also asked the secretary about Robert Levinson, who disappeared in Iran 7 years ago. His family told ABC News he was working for the CIA and that the government has now abandoned him.
Please help me. To suggest that we've abandoned him or anybody has abandoned him is simply incorrect. The fact is that I have personally raised the issue, not only at the highest level that I have been involved with, but also through other intermediaries.
Secretary Kerry says he thinks the Iranian government could help in the situation and hopes the government will. David?
Martha, thank you, and we'll be watching you with much more of your exclusive interview with Secretary Kerry on This Week, first thing in the morning, right here on ABC. And from South Africa tonight, a country preparing to bury its hero, Nelson Mandela. His body has now been returned to his childhood village of Kunu on this eve of his funeral. And on this Saturday, a moment of controversy when it seemed a major figure had been left off the list of leaders attending. ABC's Alex Marquardt from Pretoria tonight. Alex.
Good evening, David. Nelson Mandela, who for the past 3 days has been lying in state in the government buildings up there on the hill, today has gone home. A cargo plane transporting his casket took off from here in Pretoria, escorted by 2 fighter jets. He was welcomed in the Eastern Cape with full military honors before being driven past huge cheering crowds to his home in the village where he grew up. Tomorrow's funeral will be attended by around 5,000 people, including Prince Charles, Jesse Jackson, and after some confusion over the invitations, the Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who was a close friend of Mandela's for decades, as well as an outspoken critic of the current South African government. Mandela will then be buried in a smaller private ceremony, which will officially mark the end of a chapter for South Africa and for the world. David?
Alex Marquardt tonight. Alex, our thanks to you. And from China this evening, a celebration of a milestone moment for them, landing an unmanned aircraft on the moon. After a 13-day journey, Chinese TV broadcasting an animation and the surface of the moon coming into view there. China now joining the U.S. and Russia, of course, as lunar explorers. And back here on Earth tonight, and from a moonshot to a long shot. So many of us hoping for a win last night in the Mega Millions. No winners, and if you thought those jackpots seemed to be getting bigger and bigger, you're right. But what is that doing to your odds? Here tonight, ABC's Lindsay Janis.
The gigantic Mega Millions jackpot is rolling over to a whopping $550 million. By Tuesday night, lottery officials say the jackpot could top the record $656 million drawn in March of 2012. But with Friday's ticket sales 40% higher than expected, why no winner? In part, it's because the lottery changed the game. 5 of the 6 balls used to range from 1 to 56. Now the balls number from 1 to 75. The move was intended to create more of these gigantic jackpots, generating more interest in the lottery. The only problem is, since the changes, no one has won. The chances of winning have dropped to roughly 1 in 259 million. But we can always dream.
Maybe buy a football team.
Or if football isn't your thing, the lump sum of $295 million would buy you 160 of these 25-carat diamonds for sale in Neiman Marcus's fantasy gift catalog. Or this Aston Martin for you and 855 of your closest friends. And that would make for a Christmas to remember. Lindsay Janis, ABC News, New York. Yeah.
I'm still hoping for Tuesday, along with so many of you. There is still much more ahead here on World News this Saturday night. The prices that change on Amazon 2.5 million times a day. Tonight, how do you know when to lock in the best deal shopping online? The tool that'll help you, revealed right here next. And later tonight, Prince Harry and the trek on the South Pole, the competition with champion veterans, what nearly stopped them, and how they triumphed. Bob Woodruff with the story as we continue tonight.
ABC World News with David Muir. Brought to you by Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Alka-Seltzer Plus presents The Cold Truth.
I have a big meeting when we land, but I'm so stuffed up I can't rest.
Truth is, NyQuil Cold and Flu liquid gels don't unstuff your nose.
They don't?
Nope. They don't have a decongestant.
Really?
Really. Alka-Seltzer Plus Night fights your worst cold symptoms, plus has a fast-acting decongestant to relieve your stuffy nose. Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Can't find Theraflu? Try Alka-Seltzer Plus for fast liquid cold and flu relief.
After my accident,
I had serious pain, so I used Salonpas. It's the strongest labeled pain reliever available without a prescription. Salonpas is serious relief against mild to tougher, moderate pain for up to 12 full hours.
Salonpas. Once upon a time, an insurance clerk stumbled upon a cottage. No one was at home. But on the kitchen table sat 3 insurance policies. The first had lots of coverage. The second, only a little. But the third was
just right. Hi. Yeah, we love visitors. That's why we moved to a secluded house in the middle of the wilderness.
just the right coverage at just the right price. Coverage Checker from Progressive.
If you suffer from a dry mouth, then you'll know how uncomfortable it can be. But did you know that the lack of saliva can also lead to tooth decay and bad breath? Well, there is Biotene, specially formulated with moisturizers and lubricants. Biotene can provide soothing relief, and it helps keep your mouth healthy, too. Biotene, for people who suffer from